you?
I'm very good. I just want to show everyone I am wearing cute clothing today. You just can't see it.
Oh, yeah, no, it's a skirt.
It's,
Nice. I love that.
I was going to wear one of my tops, but it's quite warm here today, so it was a bit too warm to wear it.
Oh, no, that's fine. Yeah, I mean, it's actually warm here today as well.
Hey,
Um, yeah. Oh, thanks so much for coming on.
pleasure.
Um, I was starting to give you a little bit brief intro, but I thought for those who don't yet know you, maybe you can give a little intro about yourself.
Yeah, so I live in New Zealand, crashing home for me. And I am a full-time content creator
Yeah,
and started doing that full-time about a year ago. So
yeah.
yeah,
Oh, hang on. It just like cut out.
oh, no. It might be my internet.
Oh, that's okay. Maybe let's go again and then we'll see.
Shall we
Might be
start?
my internet as well. Yeah, we'll start again.
Did you want me to log off and start it again, or are you cool just to keep going?
No, no, this is fine. Yeah.
Hopefully
All
it's not.
right.
Anyway, so I'm a content creator, full-time content creator, and
Yeah.
I mainly work in sustainable fashion, kind of talk a lot about acne, so I like to work with cruelty-free makeup and skincare, and
Yeah.
yeah, it's a lot of my life.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, great. And I remember because your Insta did start as a vintage store, was it? And then it kind of transitioned. Yeah.
Yeah, so I started in 2018, and it was
Yeah.
a store. I was just a reseller. And
Yeah.
I started sharing more of me, more of life, my story with food, and then my account just kind of took off from there. And yeah, so kind of
Yeah.
just yeah, I guess I'm an oversharer. I like sharing about my life, so slowly.
Yeah. Nice.
Touch.
Um, and I thought, well, I mean, for those who aren't as familiar with content creation, the content creation life, how does it compare with other careers, and also, I know how much work there is being put into creating quality content, but yeah, if you want to give us a little bit of
Mm,
an insight into that life.
yeah, so I actually was a speech language therapist, so that's what I studied. That
Yeah,
was my so I've definitely kind of completely switched,
yeah,
and it is very different doing this.
yeah,
I guess I would say that my career as a speech language therapist is very 9 to 5, quite intense and full on, and now it's kind of like I've gone to working for myself, but that I'm very much so I would say
yeah,
I work more hours, but I really, really love what I do. I love connecting with people. I like hearing people's stories. I like being creative. I'm very passionate about the things that I talk about. So I find this work, even though I work more, I find it really fun.
yeah, yeah.
Mm.
I think your passion really comes through, and yeah, you're uh, definitely you've built such a nice, strong, loyal community, and I think, yeah, they really resonate with your voice, and yeah, for those who are wanting to maybe get into content creating, what are some key, I don't know, key pieces of advice? Cool. So I thought, where should we go from? I think you were talking about with working with brands, and what are some of the things that
Mm.
you check with your makeup. You always check it's cruelty free. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And fashion brands, I know that you mentioned ethically made, but yeah, I know that you do
Yeah.
actually go online and do research and everything.
Yeah, so I'm very picky with who I work with, and I
Yeah,
definitely take time. I will always be asking some kind of questions about. I
yeah,
really just want to get a sense of the brand or the company's, like, how authentic are they? And I also want to know that they're not just kind of like using me, because that
yeah,
does happen. Like, I want to
yeah,
know that I'm not just a means to an end for marketing, because for me, it is about creating connections. Like for you, for instance,
yeah,
we've been talking and chatting outside of like work things and
yeah,
making that relationship for like a year. So that's, yeah, that is really important to me. And even if a brand ticks all the boxes in terms of being sustainable and ethical,
yeah.
but they're like a rude brand, or I've just seen some really problematic things, or I don't know, I go off vibes a little bit. I don't know if that's a bit woo woo, but
Yeah,
yeah.
no, that's definitely because in the end of the day, it's also you got to work with them, and you also need to
Mm,
trust them, and
yeah.
uh, yeah, it's yeah, need to make sure that it's also yeah a personal thing, I guess, you know.
Yeah, definitely.
Um, and I know that you do this segment, which is juicy chats for influencers, juicy
Yeah.
influencer chats. Yeah, with Bianca, which is really great. So I
Yeah.
mean, if I watched it yesterday, so good. I think it's like nice to have kind of delve deeper into like the nitty gritty of all that your information is.
Oh,
I mean, just from personal experience. It's not like, but yeah, I mean, how important do you think it is to have those, you know, um, those segments and share that info?
I hope that my internet's still going well. Apparently New Zealand's having
Yeah.
problems, but you keep cutting out for a bit.
Okay.
Um, um, so yeah, me and Bianca started doing Juicy Influencer Chats because we both have quite a few people that talk to us privately about content creating and just asking us a lot of questions. And I'm very big on creators, not just influencers, but any creator being paid for
Yeah.
their worth, because there is a lot of people getting taken advantage of.
Yeah.
Um, and so, yeah, we both are full-time content creators. So we just decided this could be a really good chance to kind of join together. And yeah, we did our first one a month ago and it just went really well. So we decided we're going to keep doing them monthly. And
Yeah.
yeah, so each month, they're saved to my IGTV if anyone wants to go back and watch. But each month we're going to focus on different areas of mainly content creating
Yeah.
and kind of like growing an account. But yeah.
Oh, great. And it's on the first week of each month, is that
Yeah,
right?
so it's the
People can tune in.
first Wednesday of every
Yeah.
month, and then I'll just save it to my IGTV.
Yeah. Yeah. Perfect. And in terms of, I mean, you've also on your account, you're also just talking about other things from your past. You also call out brands for greenwashing, which is great, um,
Fun.
yeah, causing a bit of stir like that. But I mean, what do you find most difficult now being more in the public eye and having
Mm.
your life a little bit more exposed?
Yeah.
Mm.
Some weeks are definitely hard. I've actually had a hard week this week.
Yeah.
Someone was not very smart, and someone sent my story to somebody else and they replied to the story not realizing that I could see what they were saying. And it wasn't like
Oh,
they didn't say something hugely nasty, but they just pretty much called me weird. And
yeah,
I mean, I just don't stand for shit like that. So yeah, I was just like,
yeah,
are you calling me weird, kind of thing? And I don't know, whatever. So yeah,
yeah,
I do definitely get weeks where it's harder. And you know, like I talk about anxiety, I talk about emotional abuse, I talk about my acne. I am talking about quite personal things. And so I'm just constantly evaluating, like, do I have the capacity? Because if I'm showing up, people are going to be responding to me. So do I
Yeah.
have the capacity to be connecting with people over this at the moment? Or do I just need to look after myself?
Yeah.
And there will be times where I've put myself out there and then I'm like, shit, I actually don't have the capacity to talk to people about this at the moment.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it is kind of learning from my mistakes. And I have very strong boundaries. Like if someone's rude to me, like, no, I don't stand for that.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think I just have very strong boundaries.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm.
And you did take a break. I mean, you did because I think it was a while when you did start to share your experience with emotional abuse, and then you took a
Mm.
break from it
Mm.
and came back. And it must be really hard to bring it all back up again. But you know, I know that it's also really important to raise awareness around it.
Mm.
What are what are some things that you're hoping to achieve with
Yeah.
starting that conversation?
Yeah, so the reason why I took a break is just kind of what I said before. Like, I just didn't have the capacity to be talking about it for that break.
Yeah.
But my main reason for talking about emotional abuse is so I was previously married and I didn't realize that I was being emotionally abused. I didn't even know that there was that term. And so my
Yeah.
hope is that the more I talk about it, the more awareness is raised and the more people can identify when they aren't being treated right. And I know that it's been
Yeah.
happening because people have told me, you know, that it's been really helpful. I'm not like talking about it every single week, but it is
Yeah.
something that I am passionate about. So yeah,
Yeah.
it's kind of just like I think it'll always be something that I refer back to and talk about. Yeah.
Mm. Yeah. Yeah. I know. And I'm sure also during lockdown, some of the people who might be experiencing that, might be
Mm,
Instagram is their only access to kind of be getting information
yeah.
about it if they're not like
Yeah.
going ahead and looking it up and like so that's really
Yeah.
yeah, I think it's one of the pros of social media.
Totally. Yeah. Totally.
um and yeah, I mean I guess you're always working on new things. Have you got anything that's exciting coming up on the horizon?
I have some really cool brand partners that are on
Yeah.
the horizon. I've just
Yeah.
started working with Atik, who is a really cool no plastic kind of cosmetic shampoo and conditioner, that kind of thing brand. They are
Yeah.
awesome. So I'm working with them on a more ongoing basis, which is really fun. I've just signed another contract, which I haven't said anything about yet, which is going to be a little bit
Yeah.
different for me, but
Yeah.
to do with money, actually, which is also a
Oh,
topic that I love talking about. So I haven't actually shared what that is yet, but that will be
yeah.
coming out soon, and that'll
Oh,
be an
cool.
ongoing thing as well. And I'm very much just like, let's see what happens. I don't have
Yeah.
any like major goals at the moment. But I mean, lockdowns and all of that have kind of made me just focus on now rather than, you know, what am I going to be doing next year kind of thing. So kind of just
Yeah.
focusing on now. Mm.
Yeah. And you're currently in lockdown at the moment.
Yeah, hopefully we have different levels here. So I'm in level 3, which pretty much I think is similar to what you guys are in. We can get takeaways now. Woohoo!
Yeah.
But yeah, pretty much like everything is still closed apart from food places. Mm.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, and in terms of I guess you can still do your work at home and keep up with all of that.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
that's
To be
good.
honest, it's not that different for me. I'm normally at
Yeah.
home anyway. The only thing I'm missing is going to the gym. I really miss going to the gym, but everything else is
Yeah.
kind of the same.
Yeah. Yeah. I know. I'm missing working out and moving and yeah, just moving
Mm.
more. Doesn't seem to be
Yeah.
moving much when you're stuck inside.
Yeah.
I'll just put it out to anyone in the group if they have any questions for Dani. Um, I think, yeah, I mean, it's so nice seeing your journey and, just constantly evolving and you work so hard. Like you can tell, you're always producing new stuff and keeping it
Hmm.
nice and fresh and yeah, so yeah, just want to say huge congratulations for like,
Oh, thanks.
sticking to it and
Yeah.
building, yeah, and growing and
Thank you.
um yeah, you've got really great high engagement and that's I guess people just yeah. It's nice on social media. I think at the moment people really want authenticity and,
Mm.
be able to and make and things that are relatable and
Yeah.
yeah, that's what because there's so much crap out there.
Oh, yeah.
um I've got a question, Sophia. How do you feel about cancel culture? What do you feel?
Wow, big question. I've never talked about cancel culture before. I'm all about Jess, my friend Jess Molina actually talks about this a bit. I'm all about calling in. Like, there are some
Yeah,
shitty things going on, and I definitely think that people need to be challenged. And I don't necessarily think anyone should be cancelled unless they're like an absolutely horrific person or horrific company.
yeah,
But really calling people in and challenging them. Which I don't really think is cancel culture, but yeah, I'm all
mm,
about challenging, all about challenging. I hate it when
yeah,
do challenge different companies and especially the ones that aren't paying their workers a living wage or don't give us any of that information. And then I get called out for being a bully. And I'm like, no, that should be public information. That should be something we talk about. So yeah, I think
yeah,
it depends on what your definition of cancel culture is.
definitely. And I mean, people, I think, just should be held accountable for, if they're trying to, you know, persuade this image online, I guess,
Mm,
yeah, there's nothing bad about asking them to back it up or, just,
yeah, totally.
and yeah, I think, I don't know, there's all these issues about people talking about discrimination, not discrimination, defamation is the one
Mm,
about, and yeah, but at the end of the day, I think if you're just asking for simple information that you can't see on the website and they can't give you an answer, then I
yeah,
mean, it doesn't make you a bad
yeah,
person.
yeah, totally.
Um, and what did she say? Is it rude if I don't post when brands send me stuff without asking? Oh, I
No,
think,
not rude at all. I
yeah,
think that, for one, if they haven't asked, like, absolutely no expectations on you to post anything.
mm,
And I mean, there are things that I'm sent that I don't post about because when they've arrived, I'm like, oh no, this isn't for me. Like, I don't like it.
yeah,
And that's just part of the job.
yeah. I think that's really, I don't think it's good for brands to just be sending out stuff without checking first. It's really bad for like high
Yeah,
consumerism. Um, one more. Sophie's got here's the question.
I love
How
it.
to use a following for good, raising awareness without getting into commercial influencing profit. Mm,
I mean, just say no to doing anything
yeah,
paid. But I think
yeah,
that also, I guess it depends on your purpose for using Instagram. Like, I don't mind I mean, I want to be paid for work because I do
yeah,
so much on here that is
yeah,
unpaid. And
yeah,
so, like, I'm proud of when I've got ads because I'm like, well, that's being paid for so much work I've done that's unpaid. And I think there is a very much a misconception that influencers earn a lot of money. I mean, I'm sure the ones that have over 100,000 followers would earn more than me, but I'm
yeah,
on less than minimum wage. Like, it's
yeah,
not an amazing wage. I took a massive pay cut, but I love what I do. So for me, it's
yeah,
worth it. But yeah, I'm definitely not ashamed of being like, yeah, I'm doing paid work. But then that
Yeah.
is the purpose, like that is part of my purpose for using Instagram. And for some people, they've got other jobs. So yeah.
Yeah, I know. And people, I mean, you know, making a reel will take you the whole day,
Forever.
you know, to cut
Yeah.
and to edit. And also, I mean, it's just even you have questions. I know with like accounts, just keeping up with, you know, everyone's questions, responding.
Mm.
Yeah, it's a lot of work. So,
Yeah, a lot of
and
work that goes unseen.
and you actually offer also consulting. You do,
Yeah, I
yeah,
don't do it like I don't try and push it. It's more just if people approach me, but I do
yeah,
do one-to-one consultations, just helping people out with their Instagram accounts, mainly people that are doing similar work to me, content
yeah,
creating.
yeah,
But yeah, just because I was spending so much time helping people in my DMs that I was
yeah,
messaging people for like an hour at a time, and I was like, this is so silly that
yeah,
I'm telling people they should be paid for their work. Yeah, I'm not charging for my own work. So yeah,
yeah,
I do charge for those one-to-ones.
yeah, yeah. And I mean, when you're putting together like strategies and all that, you know, that's really
Mm,
valuable information.
yeah.
Um, cool. I think like I mean, see if there's any more questions. I think
I
that's
didn't see any others come through.
yeah.
Thanks, Sophia, for asking. Sophia's great,
Thanks.
by the way. Everyone
Yeah.
should follow
Oh,
Sophia. She's awesome.
oh, really? Yeah. Thanks, Sophia. Thanks for tuning in. Well, I guess yeah. Well, I just want to say a huge thank you so much for coming on and sharing all that wonderful information and tips. And anyone that wants to go ahead and check out your juicy chats, the influencer chats. Next one's coming up, what, in 3 weeks?
Yeah, oh, it'll be about 4 weeks. We only did
Four.
our last one about 2 days ago. So yeah, in about a month.
Yeah, in about a
Yeah.
month. Yeah. What's the topic for the next one? Do you know yet? Or
We
you...
haven't decided yet. Yeah.
Yeah,
But if people want to watch, I have got them saved on my IGTV. So
yeah, yeah. I highly suggest go and check them out. And yeah, is there anything else you wanted to add?
no, apart from apologies about the technical difficulties.
Oh, I'm sorry. I know yeah, my internet's also I know it's always hard with live. You need really
I
high,
know.
fast, super fast
Yeah.
internet. And then, but yeah, no, we got there. And yeah, thanks so much for coming on. And
My pleasure.
hopefully we're not in lockdown for too much for
Yeah.
longer.
Cool. So good to chat.
It was so good to chat. Thank you so much, Dani. Sending
See
lots
you
of love from Australia.
later.
Mwah, mwah.
Bye.
See you later. Bye.